Hey YouTube, it's your beekeeper here. You may be asking yourself, I wonder what the beekeeper's up to. He doesn't make he's not talking right. That's what the beekeeper's not doing. You may be asking yourself, what the hell's the beekeeper got going on? Well, I'm in the middle of a kitchen facelift. Not quite a kitchen remodel, but a kitchen facelift. I'm taking a 30-year-old kitchen. We're going, I got a squirrel in my pocket. I tore the countertops out of it. We're getting all new appliances. We're going to go with the granite, solid surface granite countertop and a tile backsplash, glass tile backsplash. New appliances. I'm reconfiguring some cabinets. If you want to watch that build, I'm not taking video of it, but I'm going to take some before, during, and after. If you want to watch that, check out my Facebook page. Yay, Facebook, whatever. We'll see. We'll see if that sticks around. I don't know. But what is this? Okay. You guys know from now, you guys know if you've been watching my videos for a while that I don't like throwing things away that in my mind can be put to alternative use. And today what I'm going to build is another room fan or a ventilation fan. I've built probably 7 or 8 styles like this in the past. I've given all but 2 away to friends that have looked at that and said, hey, that's dang cool. I want one of those. So I said, here, take it. So I have 2 working units now, and in this kitchen, back to the kitchen facelift I'm doing, when I pulled the ventilation hood out, this is the blower unit or a power unit in a Thermador overhead vent unit over a stove. Residential model, and it's got kitchen grease on it. But I've seen these exact same units in the Brones and the GEs. They're gross. They're not exclusive to just the Thermador models. But so all you guys out there that do scrapping or they do construction work, or you just see stuff on the side of the road, if you ever see a ventilation fan that goes over a stove laying on the side of the road, take a look at it. And if it has one of these fans, grab it. I'm telling you, grab it. These things move a lot of air. They're pretty quiet. They only pull a little more than an amp at full speed, and they're awesome. They're very compact. They don't take up any space in the back of my truck. I have another unit exactly like this, and then I have another double squirrel cage that's configured a little differently, but it's generally the same, and I've done some videos on them in the past. But they're very, very cool. Let me show you how I put this together, basically costing me nothing but about a half hour of my time. So this was going to go to the scrapper, but I pulled it out of the pile at the last minute when the scrapper showed up. I was thinking of other stuff, and my scrap metal guy, who's awesome, came to get the old range and everything, all the old appliances out of there for me. And I said, hold on, let me grab this. So I pulled this out. They're going to use this. We're going to use a 2x4. This 2x4 happens to be in redwood because that's just what I have laying around. We're going to use an old pull chain. This is a 3 amp single pole pull chain. You can get these anywhere on light fixtures. This one's rated at 3 amps, so this is fairly heavy duty. It'll be enough to switch this on and off. And I'm going to try something different on this. I'll show you guys. This is the Molex plug. Always grab the power wire too, right? This is heavier gauge. This is 18, and this is a 16 gauge 2 wire. It's not grounded, but it doesn't matter. It's not a power tool. Anyway, it's 15 feet long. These are a dime a dozen. I got a box full of these old crappy things, but they were great as power cords. Alternate power cords for these I've used are off of vacuum cleaners, and I just happen to be out of them for some reason. I don't know why I don't have any vacuum cleaner cords laying around, but whenever you see a vacuum cleaner going out to scrap, man, I always run over there with my utility knife and I chop off the power cord, because you usually get about an 18 to 20 foot long cord that's rated at usually 6 to 10 amps, and they work well for stuff like this. And this has got cooking grease all over it. It's just nasty. I'm going to make a floor stand for this, and I'll show you my clever little floor stand, and you guys are welcome to copy that. I've also done these for 2 friends that have workshops, and I've hung these. I made a plate to hang these in the window. Air goes in the side of the squirrel cage and it blows out of here. So I made a bracket that hung on the bottom of their window. Their window was able to close into here to keep the critters out, but all you had to do was plug it in, and it worked as an excellent exhaust fan. They work well, you know. And then when these fins get clogged up in dust, you just get an Allen screw, you slide the squirrel cage out, you wash it, you put it all back together, and you got a good old fan again. So let me close my mouth and let me show you what's going to transpire here. I'm going to pull you out of fast forward for just a second. I want to make sure that I put the motor back in the right way, and I put these in on the right side. I didn't pay attention because they are directional. Duh. So let's see if I got it right. Oh, hell to the yes. Oh, look at that. Just look at it. It's nice and quiet. It moves lots of air. Lots of air. And this pull switch inside the housing is new to me. Normally I would put the switch in line here and I would mount it to the base. This is pretty sick right here. Alright, cool. So there it sits, the Redneck room fan. Redneck room fan. I like that, if that's what you want to call it, because they are awesome. Predominantly I use this as a positive pressure fan, meaning I set this fan on the outside of the room that I'm working so it draws in fresh air here and it positively pressurizes the room that I'm working in. I'll crack a window on the opposite end of the room and it'll keep nice fresh air blowing through there. As I mentioned earlier, you can use them as exhaust fans. This design is tried and true. I can throw this around the back of my truck and it doesn't really get damaged. It just keeps on coming. Use redwood. I like to use redwood or a soft wood, because that way it doesn't mark any hardwood floors that I may or may not be using it on. Stress relief. This is just a standard 1/2-inch Romex staple. Pull chain in the back. That's a new design. I like that. I'm digging that already. I have my other one that's exactly like this. I used an old push button and I mounted it on I made a whole little device here that I made a push button here, but this saves all that. I don't have to do anything but drill a hole in the back. I did have to pull the motor out, but that's easy breezy. And I may actually change the other one that I have. That's exactly like this. 15-foot cord. Very nice indeed. Oh, here's another cool feature which I figured out a while back that seems to work. I can unscrew this and rotate this fan to wherever I want to direct the air. If I'm doing something up high or I want to blow something at a higher angle, I'll pull out these 2 screws, these little tabs on either side. I can rotate this fan to wherever I want, pop the 2 screws back in, and it's done. I don't have to prop this up, put phone books underneath it, anything. But this seems to be a pretty good angle where I have it now. That works well for my positive pressure ventilation. This cutout here is new as well. You know, necessity is the mother of all invention, and I'm cheap as the day is long. I used to buy the nail-in chair feet. You know, the little round feet's about the size of the plastic feet's about the size of a quarter, and a nail sticking through them, and you tap them into the bottom of a wooden chair. And I used to run those on the corners of the tubifers, and then I thought about it this time, and I said, well, why don't I just cut my own feet? And that saves my $3, and these will never come off, and they'll never mark, because there's not a nail in there, there's nothing, it's just soft wood. So there's a good thinker. 2.5-inch black screws, and yeah, 1 tubifer across. These are 12 inches long. The feet are 12 inches long. It's 10.5 inches in between here. Not that that matters, because You modify it to, you make your base dependent on the fan that you find. So there you go. There you go, there you go. That is a down and dirty, cost you nothing to have a really nice fan to stick in your shop. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.